Imagine a power that doesn't shout, yet moves mountains. A strength born not from force, but from calm, balance, and precision. What if mastering stillness could unlock unstoppable energy, where every thought, movement, and emotion aligns perfectly? Picture flowing like water, striking only at the right moment, commanding respect in silence, and thriving in harmony with the world around you. Patience sharpens your focus, balance guides your every action, and control over yourself transforms chaos into clarity. Step into the mind, body flow where true mastery waits, strong, serene, and unshakable. Are you ready to discover it? True strength is not measured by how loud you can strike or how fast you can move. Often, the world teaches us to equate power with action, with constant motion, with the visible display of force. But real strength, the kind that cannot be shaken by circumstance or challenge, is born in stillness. It is found in the quiet spaces where the mind is calm, where the body rests, and where the spirit is fully present. In these moments, you discover a reserve of energy and clarity that is inaccessible in the chaos of constant activity. When you cultivate stillness, you are not passive. You are preparing, observing, and aligning yourself with your true potential in stillness. Every movement becomes intentional, every decision precise. When the mind is cluttered, distracted by noise, doubt, or fear, even the strongest body falters. But when the mind is quiet, focused, and aware, the body can act with complete efficiency. Strength without stillness is like water that spills over the edge of a cup. It exists, but it is scattered and uncontrolled. Stillness allows the power within you to settle, to concentrate, and to flow where it is needed most. Many people underestimate the value of patience and observation, thinking that action itself is the ultimate demonstration of power. Yet, there is a subtle mastery in restraint, in watching and understanding before responding. When you are still, you notice patterns others miss, opportunities others overlook, and weaknesses in both yourself and your surroundings. This awareness, born of calm observation, transforms potential energy into deliberate, unstoppable force. Stillness also teaches resilience. When life presents unexpected challenges, when chaos surrounds you, the one who remains centered does not break. They move with adaptability, responding rather than reacting. Their strength lies not in aggression, but in composure, not in noise, but in the quiet certainty of knowing their capabilities. People who rush and strike recklessly may succeed in fleeting moments, but the strength that endures, that shapes destiny, is the strength nurtured in calm reflection. Every great action originates from a moment of stillness. Before the leap, there is a pause. Before the strike, a breath. Before the word that changes a life, a moment of silence. Do not dismiss these pauses. They are not weakness. They are preparation, alignment, and the source of true power. To be still is to be strong, to cultivate a power that is invisible yet undeniable, quiet yet unyielding. Strength is found in stillness, and in stillness we become unshakable. Balance is not simply a matter of standing upright or moving evenly. It is the harmony between all aspects of your being. Physical balance is only one expression of a deeper principle that governs the mind, the body, and the spirit. When these elements are aligned, every action becomes more precise, every movement more effective, and every decision more clear. Without balance, even great strength falters. For power without harmony is like a tree with roots in rocky soil, unstable, vulnerable, and easily toppled. True power is not about exertion alone. It is the ability to move through life with centeredness and grace, adapting to circumstances without losing your core. Balance is cultivated through awareness. It is the ability to sense the shifts within yourself and in the world around you, to adjust and respond rather than react impulsively. In the midst of chaos, balance allows you to maintain perspective, to act with clarity, and to direct your energy with precision. The person who has mastered balance does not fight against the current, but moves with it, turning potential obstacles into opportunities. Every step, every gesture, every choice flows naturally from this centeredness. This principle extends beyond the physical realm. Emotionally, balance allows you to remain composed when provoked, to navigate conflict without losing your integrity. Mentally, it sharpens focus, preventing distraction and indecision. Spiritually, balance connects you to a sense of purpose, grounding you in values and vision. When all these dimensions are in equilibrium, power manifests effortlessly. It is not the power that demands attention through force. It is the quiet, undeniable presence that influences everything it touches. Balance also teaches patience and timing. Just as a pendulum swings with rhythm, actions executed in balance strike with maximum effect. Rashness and imbalance dissipate energy, leading to wasted effort and unintended consequences. Yet, when you are aligned, your actions are efficient, precise, and impactful. There is strength in this subtlety, a power that does not announce itself loudly, but achieves results that are far-reaching and lasting. Ultimately, power without balance is fragile. Balance without awareness is passive. True mastery lies in the union of the two, a steady mind, a composed body, and a receptive spirit moving as one. When you embody balance, you are not merely surviving. You are thriving, navigating the complexities of life with confidence and strength that flows naturally from within. Power emerges when balance becomes second nature, a state in which every action and reaction flows effortlessly, rooted in harmony and centeredness. To control the world around you, you must first master the world within. True mastery begins not in domination over others, but in understanding and commanding yourself. Every thought, every emotion, every impulse that rises within you is a test of your inner discipline. When the mind is restless, when emotions dictate your actions, no external victory can last, because the chaos inside will inevitably spill outward. But when you cultivate control over yourself, you create a foundation so strong that challenges and adversities no longer shake you. Self-control is not about repression or denial. It is about awareness and choice. To observe your thoughts without being ruled by them, to acknowledge emotions without being consumed by them, is the essence of true power. When anger arises, the one in control does not react blindly. When fear appears, the one in control does not falter. Instead, every impulse is measured, every action deliberate. This discipline creates a clarity of purpose that transforms potential energy into decisive, effective action. Control over self also demands honesty. You must confront your weaknesses, your tendencies, and your fears without excuse or avoidance. It is in facing these truths that strength is forged. Denial or evasion weakens you, leaving you vulnerable to forces both internal and external. But by embracing self-knowledge, by observing your patterns and correcting them, you gain freedom. You are no longer a slave to habit or circumstance. You become the architect of your own destiny. This mastery extends to your environment. The world mirrors the balance within you. When you are composed, steady, and centered, interactions, challenges, and conflicts are met with clarity and wisdom, rather than reaction and chaos. Control over self allows you to navigate life with intention, to choose your path rather than be swept along by circumstance. Power without this control is temporary, fleeting, and often destructive. Power grounded in self, mastery endures, radiates, and inspires. Remember that control over self is a continuous practice. It requires patience, reflection, and courage. Every decision, every pause, every breath is an opportunity to strengthen this inner command. With time, you learn to move not from compulsion, but from conscious choice. You learn to align your actions with your highest purpose, and in doing so, you discover a power that is calm, unyielding, and absolute. Master yourself, and the world follows. Power is not measured by brute force or rigid strength. True power is fluid, adaptable, and responsive, like water flowing through obstacles, finding the path of least resistance, yet capable of wearing down the hardest stone. To rely solely on force is to limit yourself. Rigidity breaks when pressure is applied, but when you move with flexibility, when you embrace adaptability, you become unstoppable, for you are no longer confined by circumstance or resistance. Fluidity is not weakness. It is mastery, the ability to bend without breaking, to respond without hesitation, and to transform challenges into opportunity. In life, as in combat, situations are aptly static. Obstacles arise unexpectedly, plans change, and resistance appears where none was anticipated. To confront these with brute force alone is often futile. Rigidity meets resistance, and struggle becomes wasteful. But a fluid approach allows you to navigate seamlessly, to adjust, to flow around what cannot be moved, and to strike where opportunity appears. This is the essence of efficiency, conserving energy, maximizing impact, and responding with precision. Fluidity also applies to the mind. A rigid mindset clings to certainty and control, often missing subtle cues, hidden patterns, and opportunities for growth. An adaptable mind observes, absorbs, and integrates experience, shifting when necessary without losing direction or purpose. This mental fluidity mirrors physical fluidity. When your thoughts and strategies can bend, your actions follow naturally, and power manifests effortlessly. Emotional fluidity is equally important. To be bound by anger, fear, or attachment is to be trapped in inflexibility. By allowing emotions to arise and pass without clinging to them, you maintain clarity, composure, and effectiveness. Just as water takes the shape of its container without losing its essence, you navigate life's challenges without losing your center. True mastery of fluidity requires both awareness and trust. Awareness of the present moment, trust in your instincts and training, and faith in the natural flow of action. When movement is guided by understanding rather than reaction, it becomes effortless. Power emerges not from struggle, but from harmony with circumstance, from the elegant adaptability that allows you to meet every situation with the right response at the right time. Embrace fluidity, and you will find that obstacles dissolve, resistance becomes guidance, and force becomes unnecessary. True strength flows like water, gentle, persistent, and unstoppable. Silence is often misunderstood as emptiness, weakness, or indecision. Yet it is in silence that true presence reveals itself, a power far greater than any words or outward display of force. When you cultivate stillness within, when you hold your energy and speak only when necessary, your very presence communicates confidence, awareness, and authority. The world is full of noise, distractions, and superficial displays of strength. But the person who masters silence commands attention without demanding it. Every gesture, every glance, every measured action becomes amplified, carrying weight that words alone could never convey. In silence, you observe. You notice subtleties others miss, understand intentions hidden beneath surface appearances, and perceive opportunities unseen by those consumed with speaking or reacting. This awareness is a form of power, quiet, deliberate, and unmistakable. It allows you to respond rather than react, to act with precision, and to shape outcomes without unnecessary struggle. The less you expend energy on noise, the more energy you have to apply when it matters most. Silence also cultivates respect. People instinctively gravitate toward those who do not need to prove themselves constantly, who do not fill every space with words or gestures. Presence without chatter demonstrates selfish assurance, inner calm, and mastery over impulses. It is in these moments that influence grows naturally, and authority is recognized not because it is declared, but because it is embodied. Moreover, silence is a teacher. In quiet reflection, The mind clarifies, emotions settle, and insight emerges. Decisions made from this space are informed by understanding rather than impulse. Strength without silence is scattered. Clarity without silence is incomplete. To embrace silence is to embrace depth, focus, and the ability to act with unwavering intent. Do not fear stillness or quiet. In a world that glorifies noise and constant action, the silent presence is a force few can match. It is in the pause, the measured breath, and the unspoken observation that power resides. Words may echo, but silence resonates with a force that endures. Master silence, and your presence will speak louder than any action. The body and mind are not separate entities. They are inseparable partners in every action, every decision, and every expression of power. Strength without alignment of the mind is wasted energy, and awareness without a capable body is impotent. True mastery arises when thought and movement flow together, when intention guides every gesture and every action mirrors inner clarity. When the mind is focused and the body responsive, you move with efficiency, precision, and a natural elegance that no amount of brute force can replicate. Mind-body synchrony begins with awareness. To act without thought is reckless. To think without action is stagnation. The harmony between the two allows you to respond to circumstances with both wisdom and effectiveness. Each movement becomes deliberate, each breath purposeful. There is no wasted motion, no scattered energy, only the seamless expression of power arising from balance and alignment. This connection also cultivates resilience. When mind and body are synchronized, you can endure challenges without breaking. Stress, fatigue, or chaos may come, but the practiced integration of thought and action allows you to remain composed, adaptable, and decisive. In contrast, a disjointed approach where mind and body operate out of harmony leads to hesitation, missteps, and vulnerability. Synchronization also deepens perception. A tuned mind perceives the subtle shifts in posture, energy, and intention, while a responsive body can act instantly, instinctively, and accurately. The result is a fluidity of action that seems effortless, but is grounded in disciplined awareness. This harmony extends beyond physical action to decision making, problem solving, and even emotional intelligence, creating a state where power flows naturally and effectively in every domain of life. Finally, mind-body synchrony fosters presence. When aligned, you inhabit each moment fully. You are aware of yourself, of your surroundings, and of the flow of events around you. This presence is itself a source of strength, commanding attention, respect, and influence without needing to assert dominance or force. Mastery of self emerges not from strength alone, nor from intellect alone, but from the seamless integration of the two. When mind and body move as one, you become unstoppable, precise, and unshakable. Patience is not passivity, nor is it weakness. It is a form of power that few truly understand. In a world that prizes speed, urgency, and immediate results, the ability to wait, observe, and act at the right moment is a rare and formidable strength. Impulsive action often scatters energy, creates mistakes, and wastes opportunity. True power emerges when you resist the urge to act prematurely, when you cultivate the discipline to pause, reflect, and strike with precision when the moment is optimal. Patience transforms potential into decisive action, giving every effort maximum effect. Through patience, you gain clarity. The mind, when hurried or pressured, misses subtle cues, overlooks critical details, and often chooses the path of least wisdom. By slowing down, by observing without haste, you begin to see patterns and connections invisible to those driven solely by impulse. Opportunities that seem fleeting are revealed to those who are willing to wait with purpose, to act not out of compulsion, but from understanding. Patience also fosters resilience. Life is unpredictable, filled with obstacles, delays, and challenges that test your strength. Impatience creates frustration and wasted effort. Patience allows endurance and measured response. It is in the quiet endurance, in the steady waiting, that true capability is cultivated. Those who master patience learn to preserve energy, to remain adaptable, and to maintain their focus even when circumstances are difficult or uncertain. Moreover, patience strengthens relationships, communication, and influence. Acting hastily can provoke conflict, misunderstanding, or regret. Waiting with intention allows time to listen, understand, and respond in ways that are both strategic and compassionate. The person who embodies patience commands respect and trust, not by force, but by their measured presence and thoughtful action. Patience is not merely a defensive strategy. It is an active form of power. Like a river carving through stone, its strength lies in consistency, timing, and persistence. Those who cultivate patience harness a force that is invisible yet undeniable, subtle yet unstoppable. Every moment of waiting, when embraced with awareness, deepens your understanding, sharpens your judgment, and multiplies the effectiveness of every future action. Patience is power, and in waiting, we prepare to strike with unmatched strength. True harmony with the world is not achieved through control or dominance over others, but through alignment with the natural flow of life. The universe has a rhythm, a pulse, a balance that exists whether we acknowledge it or not. To resist this flow is to expend energy unnecessarily, to struggle against forces beyond your control. But when you move in harmony with people, with circumstances, with the greater patterns around you, your actions gain effortless power. Harmony amplifies strength, allowing influence to flow naturally rather than through force or coercion. Living in harmony requires awareness and adaptability. You must observe, listen, and respond rather than react blindly. By attuning yourself to the rhythms of life, you can anticipate changes, recognize opportunities, and act with precision. This does not mean passivity. It means acting from a place of understanding, choosing when and how to exert effort for maximum impact. Just as a skilled martial artist uses an opponent's energy against them, so too does one aligned with the world use its opponents to achieve extraordinary results. Harmony also nurtures inner peace. Conflict, frustration, and tension arise when our desires and actions are out of sync with the environment and circumstances around us. By seeking balance and understanding, by flowing with rather than against, we conserve energy and channel where it truly matters. Our presence becomes calm, influential, and magnetic. People sense the alignment within us and respond accordingly. Furthermore, harmony cultivates resilience. Challenges are inevitable. Those are two qualities. Bend without breaking, adapt without losing focus, persist without wasting energy. Strength is multiplied when it is combined with understanding. Power is amplified when it is exercised. Acting from disharmony may yield short-term victories, but lasting impact arises only when action and environment are in sync. Ultimately, true strength is inseparable from harmony. The more we align ourselves with the world, the more effortlessly our actions succeed. In this alignment, power is not forced. It emerges naturally, gracefully, and undeniably. Move with the world, and you become unstoppable.